Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Ignore the slight raspy voice. I have a head cold this week. Luckily, I can't share that with you digitally. So, we have a slightly cleaned up and beginning to be filled woodshed. And just how I have it all set up, I've limited how far I fill it so it's ease of access while I am actually working and splitting woods. I've done the calculation out. This back wall is about 2 cord, and each of these struts, once they are fully out, such as this one, will be a 1.5 cords. So with a 1.5 cords and having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Oh, what's that? 8 times 1.5 is 12 cord. Plus the 2 cord in the back should give me 14 cord full here, plus another 1.5 cords over there, and probably another 1/2 cord or so just filling in this space here. Once I have that all filled, and that all filled will get me about 16 cord, which is excellent because I use somewhere between 7 and 8 cord a year, so I can have a full 2 full years worth of wood split and stacked. Now, due to personal family issues, medical issues and stuff like that, I had to just use that whole spare years, which would have been last year, because I couldn't do anything for it. I was too busy with other stuff. I won't go into that stuff. But that is how I calculate how much wood I have, how much wood I have left, and how much wood I need to do. So I'm hoping to fill this year and then just use half or so of it, refill that half, start on the other side, use that half. I try to leave the back wall alone and use that as my emergency, really good go-to stuff as well. However, life throws wrenches at you just because. Now, all of this stuff I'm not going to get rid of. This stuff is going to go into either these burn barrels for if I need to work outside I can heat myself, or is going to go into the cellar, into that wood stove to burn, or into these buckets for biochar for that stove. And I'm going to try the biochar in that wood stove this year as well. So none of that gets wasted. It all is either started for a fire, or it gets burnt there or burnt there. It's all just raked here for the convenience of right now, and then I'm going to fill those and keep going. The nights have been getting cold here. I think we've hit in the 40s, almost 40 a couple of times, and on those days during the morning I will start the fire in the basement just to heat the floor of the house and help get the humidity out of the place. It has also been cold and rainy. Oh, pardon me, this autumn. So we'll take care of that using that, and that's what this stuff is excellent for. So I can heat the furnace up, do a case of biochar, heats the house up, and basically takes care of everything, and none of this is wasted, and I don't have to start that up until later. Normally I have that running 24/7, but again, due to the medical issues and family issues, I'm actually using the oil right now so I can get caught up with all this, and then I'll top the oil off once more and then go back to that this winter full time. Other stuff, have a good pile of sawdust, as I'm sure you guys have seen, and it's excellent being right here because I can take the sawdust and I can use it like under here where I had a little leak that I fixed. I just put that down, so any of that oil I'll pick up and I'll burn out in the main wood burner, or not the wood stove, out in the bonfire area. But also I can scrape all of this sawdust together once it's dry and dump it directly into either the chicken coop. Ooh, here's some rumblings coming. We got a storm coming. So I can either dump it into the chicken coop, I can use it for changing oil in one of my vehicles, or wherever I need sawdust, I have sawdust. I have quite a bit of it. And then when I do the deep clean of the chicken coops, and any sawdust that I have left over is going to come over here onto the hugelkultur mound. So if you remember, right here was the chicken manure, sawdust, all of that dump pile, and all the wood ash was dumped here. I've cleaned that up. I need to level it out a little bit more, and then I plan on fencing this off for the horses again. You can see the fence is right here right now. But hugelkultur mounds are coming good. I need to add a bunch more. I need to top that off and trim this. I've just been falling behind slightly. The weather has finally turned, so I should be able to get caught up with my hay, my wood, and then I can get back to cleaning this and getting this all set. But my plan for this is just tarp this winter and then plant it first thing next spring, and it should turn into some gorgeous stuff. But I definitely want to get the sand, wow. Don't do YouTube videos while you have a head cold. You won't be able to talk. I want to get the dirt out here so it can start decomposing, and it'll act as that windbreak, because my wind comes from this direction, so it'll scoot up over that, infiltrate into the trees and disperse before it hits the house, and it'll push out past that. There's a good chapter in the Permaculture guidebook by Bill Mollison. I will leave a link in the description below for that. It is expensive, and it does come from Australia, but I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend either Jeff Lawton's PDC or Jack Spirko's free course on it. Both are excellent. So that wraps it up for today. Questions, comments, and concerns, and I will see you later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this is your first time viewing the channel.